There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits, or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.
Let's take a look at our week and how we did on multiple different pairs. We can see that GBP CHF finally took its first trade and made a 2.8% profit. This account's been standing, waiting for a trade for a long time. GBP CHF finally took it on this data account. We can see NZD CAD is in some drawdown. It has been running in this drawdown for a while, waiting on these buys and sells even. Buys here on NZD CAD to come up, and then from there, you know, we'll move in. But we're just waiting on some buys to hit here on NZD CAD. So we are floating in some drawdown there. Coming over to AUD NZD, this account on the data account is in 19% drawdown. Running an AUD NZD here. Going to AUD CHF, we can see we're up 1.37% on the week. Going into AUD JPY, we can see that we're in a 10% drawdown on this pair and floating. USD JPY, we can see that we are in an open trade right now, down about 1% in floating drawdown. Coming over to USD CHF, we can see we are in some buys right now and floating. If we come down here, we can see that we did 414, hit some stop losses on USD CHF, but overall we are still in profit on USD CHF. CAD CHF, we are 1% floating profit on the week. CHF JPY, you can see we have eliminated that pair and there's no balance running. CAD JPY is starting to make a comeback after it hit some stop losses. As we know, JPY pairs and CHF pairs are on the worst performers list. Euro USD, as we can see, did not do anything this week in that account. Euro CHF, nothing on the week. Euro CAD, we have drawdown right now, and as we know, EuroCAD is on a worst performers list. Euro JPY is on a worst performers list and underperforming as always. Euro AUD, we have no open trades on the week. Moving into GBP USD, nothing on the week here. GBP NZD, close to an entry, but didn't take one. GBP JPY, also close to an entry, but did not take one. GBP CAD on the week, no trades. And here we are with GBP AUD. We are in a trade. We got a buy position, and this is going to be a level 6. Yep, buy gear level 6 here. So solid trade, GBP AUD buy. Keep moving, and we have a USD CAD trade going here. USD CAD's in about 8% drawdown and swinging. NZD USD, we have no trades on the week. Nothing going on here. Over here, Euro NZD is up 1.15% on the week. AUD CAD is not up anything. And then looking at our good old 10K data account, we're in a little bit of drawdown here. Nothing crazy, about 21%, but this account has been making back a lot of profits and hidden take profits, as we see, just crushing it and killing the take profits. So we are swinging there on our 10K account and making back any losses that might have been sustained here with stop losses on CHF JPY early on. As we know, the strategy is making it back and more. So overall, markets are still volatile, but GearBox is doing exactly what it's intended to do. It's trading the market decisions, holding its swing trades, and making its profits where it needs. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at my FX books here. When we come over to the one pair data, we'll see that USD CAD is actually in the lead still on the best performing pair for absolute gain. Total gain, GBP AUD is still in the run. Absolute versus regular gain determines balance versus withdrawals. GBP USD next close. You can see most of the USD pairs are near the top here and crushing it. So the majors tend to perform the best. CHF pairs tend to perform the worst. JPY pairs tend to perform the worst. Some Canadian pairs aren't as good, but we can see that, you know, some of these other pairs have been performing better than others. So very important to determine what pairs you want to run, scan, trade, but understanding the logistics behind them. With that being said, there is not too much exciting to talk about today besides a lot of the cool updates coming out. They are in the works. They have been being tested, and a lot of good news is coming. Very excited to make some updates very soon for every single one of you to the GearBox product line. But for now, I do not have any crazy updates. So let's get into Forex Factory and talk about it. I don't think I have Forex Factory open up. There it is. Alrighty. So let's go into next week. All right, moving into next week, we can see Tuesday we have AUD red folders and cash rate and RBA rate statements. Wednesday's clear. Thursday we have Euro and Canadian red folders, main refinancing rates, monetary policy statement, ECB press conference, as well BOC Gov Macklin speaks on Thursday. Friday, we have Canadian red folders for employment change and unemployment rate, as well as USD CPI and core CPI. So it looks like a pretty calm week, but, you know, still some volatility on some of the major pairs here. So as always, you know, be conservative on your risk. Know what you're doing if you're going to be more than conservative, and take responsibility for your trading account and style. But as always, nothing to be concerned of. GearBox knows how to handle the markets, the volatility, and make profit in all conditions. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to another amazing week ahead of making profits, trade swinging, and us having a phenomenal time. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning into the GearBox call and spending some time with me. Anything you guys ever have, feel free to ask questions in the chats. Let me know. I'm here to help. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend ahead.
There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading Forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits, or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.